The penthouse that the Saudi billionaire lost was not his only property in the U.S. He also owned a luxury apartment in 432 Park Avenue, one of the most prestigious buildings in New York City. He bought it for $87.6 million in 2016, but he planned to sell it for $170 million in 2021. However, before he could find a buyer, the U.S. government seized his penthouse as part of a corruption probe that targeted hundreds of businessmen and royals in Saudi Arabia. The probe was launched by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in November 2017, and it resulted in the detention of many prominent figures in the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Riyadh. The government claimed that it was recovering more than $100 billion from the detainees through financial settlements. The Saudi billionaire was among the detainees, and he was accused of being involved in a massive theft from a sovereign wealth fund known as 1MDB. The fund was created by the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, Najib Razak, who allegedly siphoned off billions of dollars for his personal use and to bribe foreign officials. The U.S. Department of Justice filed a civil lawsuit against the fund and its associates, alleging that they laundered money through various assets, including real estate, art, jewelry and yachts. One of those assets was the penthouse that the Saudi billionaire bought from Joe Low, a Malaysian financier who was also implicated in the 1MDB scandal. Low was a fugitive who had fled to China, and he had forfeited his U.S. properties to the government as part of a record $1 billion asset forfeiture case. The government then sold his penthouse for $23 million in 2020, far less than what he paid for it in 2011. That's how the penthouse was seized by the U.S. government in 2018 as part of a corruption probe that exposed a web of fraud, money laundering and bribery involving some of the most powerful people in Saudi Arabia and Malaysia. The penthouse at 432 Park Avenue, the tallest residential building in the Western Hemisphere, was once the crown jewel of New York's luxury real estate market. It was bought by Saudi retail tycoon Fawaz Al-Hokair in 2016 for a staggering $87.7 million, making it the fifth most expensive real estate transaction of that year and the highest residence in the city. Al-Hokair, who is the founder and chairman of Fawaz Al-Hokair Group, a conglomerate that operates over 2,100 stores across the Middle East, North Africa, Central Asia and the Caucasus region, had grand plans for his sky-high pad. He hired renowned architect Robert A. Stern to design the interiors of the 8,255-square-foot full-floor penthouse, which features 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a wood-burning fireplace, heated bathroom floors and 10-foot by 10-foot windows that offer panoramic views of Manhattan and beyond. However, Al-Hokair's dream home soon turned into a nightmare. In 2019, he put the penthouse on the market for a whopping $169 million, hoping to nearly double his investment in just 3 years. But he faced stiff competition from other ultra-luxury developments that flooded the market, such as 157, 220 Central Park South and 111 West 57th Street. He also had to deal with a slew of lawsuits and complaints from other residents of 432 Park Avenue, who claimed that the building had serious design flaws and construction defects that caused water leaks, elevator malfunctions, creaking noises, and mechanical failures. The building's developers, CIM Group and Maclo Properties, denied any wrongdoing and blamed some of the issues on human error or extreme weather conditions. Despite his initial asking price, Al-Hokair was unable to find a buyer for his penthouse. He delisted it in May 2022 and tried again a year later with a lower price tag of $130 million. But even with a $39 million price cut, he still struggled to attract any serious offers. The penthouse languished on the market for months until it finally sold in October 2021 for $49 million to an anonymous buyer who paid in cash. The sale marked a staggering loss of $39 million for Al-Hokair, or nearly 45% of what he paid for it 5 years ago. It also set a record for the biggest price drop for a single property in New York City history. The penthouse sale was not only a blow to Al-Hokair's personal fortune, but also a sign of the decline of the billionaire's row phenomenon that once dominated New York's skyline. The COVID-19 pandemic, the social unrest and the political uncertainty that rocked the city in 2020 and 2021 had a negative impact on the demand for ultra-high-end properties that catered to a global elite. Many wealthy buyers opted for more spacious and secluded homes in the suburbs or other states, or sought out more diverse and vibrant neighborhoods within the city. The Penthouse at 432 Park Avenue, once a symbol of prestige and power, became a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in the world's most dynamic and unpredictable city.